Welcome back everybody to another episode of Direct Comparison. In today's episode, I wanted to take a look at Treyarch's recently released Call of Duty Black Ops 4 and see how it stacks up visually to their previous title from 2015, Call of Duty Black Ops 3. Before we proceed, I just wanted to clarify that all the footage here was captured on the PC platform, with the settings of both games cranked up as high as possible at a 1440p resolution. We also are only going to be looking at the competitive multiplayer mode, including weapons, map details, and various other effects. So, to kick off this comparison, let's first take a look at the standard multiplayer character models. For this video, we're taking a close look at the operator Ruin, who appears in both games, but with some obvious cosmetic changes. In Black Ops 3, Ruin wears a more robotic-looking suit, complete with jetpack thrusters on the back, allowing the player to extend their jump height and run along walls. Black Ops 4 removes these crazy abilities, keeping the action more grounded in response to overwhelming fan backlash over recent Call of Duty games and their emphasis on jetpacks. This also resulted in a vastly different character design for Ruin and many of the other characters. This version of Ruin is wearing an outfit that feels much less futuristic and more in line with something you'd actually see worn today, with some heavy combat vests and various other bandoliers. His mohawk is a bit larger now, he has a huge tattoo on the side of his head, and his goatee has turned into a full beard. I like this evolution of the character, but unfortunately I did notice a degradation in the complexity of the character's facial animations. It all feels stripped back significantly from the highly detailed character model used in Black Ops 3, and this extends to a few other visual effects as well. Next, let's take a look at the environmental textures. Based on the several examples of matching texture types between games, I think it's safe to say that the textures haven't really changed much. They all appear very high quality no matter where you look. But the lighting effects are where we do see a massive downgrade in quality. Lighting in Black Ops 4 looks nowhere near the level of quality on display in Black Ops 3. I tried to find similar maps between games to match the lighting effects, but Black Ops 4 always comes off looking like a cartoon when compared to the much more cinematic appearance of Black Ops 3. The coloration in Black Ops 3 comes off more naturally, and the ambient occlusion seems to be more advanced as well. God rays, while not really a major component of either game, do appear to some extent in Black Ops 3, but are much less noticeable in Black Ops 4. It's odd to see such a serious drop in lighting quality, especially considering Black Ops 4 didn't even feature a single-player campaign this time around. So you'd think they'd be able to really bulk up the overall visual presentation, but my guess is that a lot of the resources went into refining the Battle Royale experience. Next, we have shadow quality. This, much like the texture quality, seems to be identical between games. In fact, if you look really closely, you can see the exact same pixelated effect in the shadows, suggesting to me that the effect was copied directly over and barely altered. Now, let's move on to our special effects. Thankfully, it's not all downgrades for Black Ops 4. Some special effects like smoke grenades and explosives have been improved a great deal. Frag grenades, for example, feature a much higher resolution explosive effect than before, with more complex designs and particle effects. The smoke grenade, while not available in the standard multiplayer mode of Black Ops 4, is available in blackout mode, and seems to block sunlight more effectively, with a real-time shadow effect that looks really impressive. But the odd electric effect from Black Ops 3 has been removed. Unfortunately, when we get to water, we do run into another downgrade in quality. The water effects in Black Ops 3 looked much better than they do in Black Ops 4. In fact, the water actually reacted slightly to player interaction in Black Ops 3, with some cool rippling effects. This was removed entirely from Black Ops 4, and water doesn't look nearly as impressive. Finally, let's listen to some sound comparisons. Now, keep in mind that the weapons between these games, while very similar, are not identical, so it's possible that these sound effects were changed for the sake of artistic direction. But it's still worth comparing either way to determine if there were any changes to things like audio reverb and the like. Which game do you think sounds better? And that just about wraps up this episode of Direct Comparison. Black Ops 4 looks decent enough, though it's clear Black Ops 3 does have a bit of a leg up in some instances. Things like lighting and water effects don't look nearly as good as they did in Black Ops 3, and considering the single-player portion of the game was removed, it's difficult to understand why this ended up happening. Like I said before, it's possible more focus went into creating the Battle Royale experience, but it's difficult to say for sure. But what do you guys think? Do you think Black Ops 4 looks better or worse? Let me know in the comments section, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos like this posted every week.